Hey guys, this is Wufoo. This is a quick arena commentary in twos against a warrior and a healer. Because we're going against a warrior, I'm not going to use leg sweep, I'm going to use ring of peace because I know the warrior can do quite a bit of burst. I'm going to play this game as though this is high rated, even though it's not. This is twos for cap over, and we're not even using voice. I CC the paladin so that my mage can get an opener, but since he's not on voice, he can't do that. What we're trying to do here is trying to force the paladin to use his bubble so that we can then switch to the pally. I see the warrior pops Rex, so I disarm him with grapple weapon at range. Now I'm just trying to kite the warrior around and avoid damage and CC when I can. I see the paladin rolling towards me, so what I'm going to do is I'm trying to move out the way, still pillar hug a bit. The paladin gets me in full incapacitate, and then he stuns me, and I use Nimble Bird because I know he's trying to line up a blind. What I'm trying to do in this game is keep renewing miss on both my targets because the heal from uplift is quite handy and it sort of saves mana as well. I want to point something out to you guys. Notice that the paladin keeps sort of training CCing me, which is sort of, in a way, he's CCing himself, so keep that in mind when you're with your partner. Most DPS should be able to 1v1 someone, especially if I'm keeping hots on them, so they can just sort of take their time and wear them down, and this is what we do in this fight anyway. The mage now changes targets to its pally, so I'm trying to get in there to sort of keep the pally rooted if I can, while sort of still relieving pressure off my mage. So I try to paralysis him or root him whenever I can. And since they're not really targeting me, I'm not really too fussed about positioning. And as you see, that's a great time to use Jade Lightning, so you can keep him in combat as well. And since you channel it outside of range, outside of line of sight, it sort of sticks with him through line of sight. That's a really nifty way to keep someone in combat. The good thing my mage is doing here is putting pressure on both targets whenever he can, whenever he chooses targets conveniently. Although this isn't the best coordinated, he still knows what he's doing. So it's a bit sloppy, but that's okay. We're not using voice and we're not trying to push rating either. I'm going to run in for another paralysis and I get him in a full paralysis while he's rooted as well. Mage is sort of going to start training the pally again, and I put Ring of Peace because I know that the warrior's cooldowns are about up, so I just sort of preemptively use it. This may have been bad, but I also have my disarm as well, so it's okay. Due to my poor positioning now, you'll notice that I get in a full CC chain. But something they do, and they didn't really plan for, is that since I didn't use my trinket to get out of it, and he follows that up with a stun and doesn't silence me, I can use my life cocoon while stunned on my mage, which just saves his life there. And that's a quick way to do it. Also, guys, this positioning is rubbish. Don't do this in serious 2s or 3s games. We cause a kill here because they try to switch up their tactics and they try to go for me. Now, I'm really very confident in myself against most classes just to survive against them. So all I'm trying to do now is keep their warrior away from their mage, their pally. They can't peel. And as you see that's what happens, and we cause a kill just because he was sloppy and he didn't give his healer a peel. Remember, in arena teams, even though you're healing, it's your job to peel and it's your job to get peeled. If you have a shitty DPS who won't peel for you, he's someone that needs to be replaced. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.